nice rendition of our national anthem to get things started here in the second half of our doubleheader tonight. It's the Douglas boys against the Torrington boys. Torrington with a 7-0 record on the season, undefeated and ranked first in the state. Douglas with a 5-2 record overall. And they come in after a night off last night as they got big wins over Rollins and over Newcastle last weekend. Starting in the backcourt for the Bearcats tonight in their traveling blue uniforms. They'll start at the point guard for the Bearcats, number 22, John Hardy, a 5'11" junior. Also in the backcourt, it's number 23, Chris Caskey, a 5'10" senior. On the front line at center, number 51, Mike Lehman, 6'2" senior for the Bearcats. At the forwards will be number 53, Tom Tomlin, who will start for the Bearcats, a 6'3" senior, and number 54, Nathan Rolfe, 6'2" junior for the Bearcats, who will basically play all over the court. Starting lineup for the Torrington Trailblazers tonight at the guards will be number 10, Tom Castro, a 5'6" junior, and also in the backcourt, number 15, Lance Petch, a 6' senior, who basically runs the team at center. The big man, 6'5" and big and burly, Kyle Smith, number 50, a 6'5" junior. Kyle Burnett, number 44, at forward, a 6'3" senior. And Jeff Lamb rounds out the starting lineup, number 31, a 5'11" junior. It will be Smith jumping against Nathan Rolfe. Kyle Smith looks like he's about 3 times bigger than everyone else out there. Smith jumping against Rolfe. Bearcats will be going to our right here in the first half. Tip goes in the backcourt, goes to Tom Castro, and Torrington will control going to our left in their white uniforms. Long pass to Pench in the corner. Up top to Lamb. Lamb drives on the near side. Bearcats there's a tip and a steal by John Hardy. He'll drive down, put up the shot, banks it a little bit too hard on the fast break after the steal. And it was Lamb pulling down the rebound. He gets it off to Castro on the far sideline. John Hardy trying to bump Castro out of bounds a little bit there, and they'll call John Hardy for the personal foul, aggressive defense. But all it nets for the Bearcats that time is a personal foul, just getting things underway. First foul on Hardy. Obviously, if we're just starting out the game. Petch will play it inbounds on the far sideline. He gets it into Tom Castro. To Jeff Lamb on the near side, baseline to Burnett. Back up top for Lamb. Drives to the free throw line, puts the shot up and in. Jeff Lamb hits the first basket of the game. Torrington goes up 2-0. Here's Hardy coming back quickly, working against Castro. Drives to the near line. To Welch just inside three-point range. And a shot is up and no good. Welch in there rather than Caskey. Excuse me, I missed a name on my starting lineup. Long down court pass, looking down low for the big man Kyle Smith. But it's overthrown by Castro. And the Bearcats get the ball in their own backcourt. Pass comes into Hardy. He gets it up to Nathan Rolfe, who brings it across midcourt for the Bearcats. Over to Hardy, and the Bearcats will set things up. To Rolfe on the far side. Give and go to Hardy. Drives down. Nice looping shot as he cut down the baseline and banked it from the baseline. Not an easy shot, but John Hardy gets it to go. Bearcats in a half-court trap here. Petch still in the backcourt. Gets it across to Castro. Working against Nathan Rolfe, gets past Rolfe, now cuts down to the baseline, cross court for Lamb, open from three-point range, off the back of the rim, no good, rebound is tipped. Burnett comes out with it for Torrington. He gets it off to Petch, back to Lamb, and Torrington will set things back up once again. Petch cross court, gets the cross court pass, his three-pointer is blocked by Welch underneath on the rebound. That's Burnett, and he's going to be fouled as he goes up with it. Todd Welch gets the blocked shot, but coming down underneath, I believe that was Burnett who got the rebound. As he went back up with it, he got hammered. Tom Tomlin picks up the foul, second team foul on the Bearcats, and they'll call it before the shot. So Torrington will play the ball in. Long pass comes up top to Castro. Looking inside, Smith is all alone, and they'll call the offensive foul, I believe, on Kyle Smith. He was all alone and kind of cleared out as Mike Lehman came over, kind of cleared out with that forearm, and they'll call him for the offensive foul. First one on Smith. 2 minutes gone. Bearcats tied at 2-2 with Torrington. Here's Rolfe with the ball up top. He'll fire it. Three-pointer is an air ball. There's Hardy underneath, but he can't control it. The ball hits the baseline. And Torrington will take the ball. Bearcats in a bit of a matchup zone defense once again. It's easiest to come out of that trap. Half-court trap once again. Lamb has it as Castro and Lamb just kind of toss it cross-court until they work their way up. Here's Castro driving in the lane, gets it off to Burnett, blocked by Tomlin, foul on Tomlin. That will be his second quickly. As Burnett came open on the baseline, Torrington finding people wide open down low. The Bearcats need to shore up that defense a little bit right now. Someone is miscommunicating or something out there. Second foul on Tomlin sends Burnett to the free throw line. We're tied at 2. 2 shots for Burnett. First one is up and good. Burnett will get one more. It's on the way, and it's good. So Torrington takes a 4-2 lead. Bearcats come back quickly. Here's Hardy near side to Rolfe, looking in the lane, gets it to Tomlin, back to Rolfe on the baseline. As he goes up, Pitch ties him up a little bit, going for the ball, and they'll say he got part of Rolfe's hand too. First foul on Lance Petch, and the second team foul on Torrington. Bearcats will play it in on their baseline. It's Hardy who will play it in. Gets it to Rolfe on the far side. He'll pull up. Jumper won't go. Tipped by Hardy won't go. There's Welch who gets it to drop. 3 chances for the Bearcats, and they finally get it to drop. Castro, long down court pass goes to Burnett. Inside for Smith. Over Hardy. Shot is up and good. A mismatch there. And Kyle Smith gets the easy basket that time in the lane. Hardy brings it across, gets it to Welch on the near side. Back up top to Hardy. Three-pointer on the way from Welch. It's up and it's good. Todd Welch with 5 points, and the Bearcats lead at 7-6. Bearcats setting up the trap. Here's Castro, cross-court to Petch. His pass is tipped, but Castro chases it down across midcourt. Inside for Burnett, just outside the free throw line. Back to Castro in the corner. Cross-court for Lamb on the near side. Cross-court, there's Petch wide open here in the near corner. His three-pointer is up and good. And Lance Petch answers with a three-pointer of his own. Torrington back up by 2 points at 9-7 as Hardy comes back the other way. Here's Welch to Lehman, fakes once against Smith. Back out for Welch. Three-pointer again. Bounces off the front of the rim, won't go. Rebound tipped out to Rolfe, and he loses it. Torrington will come out with it. Lamb has it on the near side, almost loses it to Rolfe, gets it up top to Castro. Working to the far side, now over here to Lamb, has Burnett open but doesn't see him. They switch it around. Here's Castro. He'll fire it from 3 around the side of the rim, no good, and it looks like Burnett who tips it out. No, they'll say it's off of Welch. So Torrington will keep the ball. We have substitutions in. Caskey in for the Bearcats, replacing Hardy. And in for Torrington, it's number 20, Mike Bauer. In for Torrington, Castro with the inbounds pass goes to Bauer. Inside for Smith, turn around over Lehman, shot won't go, and there's Caskey pulling down the rebound. Caskey brings it across, he'll take it all the way, bank shot won't go. Smith, outlet pass for Castro. Castro all alone, lays it up and in. In the backcourt, bad pass by the Bearcats, almost stolen away by Castro. He touches it last as it goes out of bounds. Bearcats trail at 11-7. Inbounds pass comes to Nathan Rolfe. He'll bring it across midcourt, pulls up at the free throw line, off to Lehman, fakes once, gets the shot over Smith. Shot won't go. And Torrington comes out with it. That's Burnett with the rebound. Gets it off to Lance Petch. To Castro on the far side. They double up on Smith underneath. Swing it to the near side for Burnett. Bearcats in a zone here, 2-3 zone. Inside, pass intended for Smith. Tipped away by Lehman. Gets it off to Caskey. Drives in. Dishes off for Nathan Rolfe. Goes up and in. Nathan Rolfe on the 3-on-2 fast break pass from Chris Caskey. And the Bearcats move that 1-1 free trapping zone up to about 3/4 court this time. Pass in the lane. There's Burnett. Goes up with it. Ball is tipped. Loses it. Comes back off the backboard to Burnett once again. And if he tries to go back up with it, they'll call a foul in the lane on Mike Lehman for the Bearcats. Thought maybe he might have gotten the foul the first time, but they call it the second time. Bearcats trail at 11-9, 2:28 left in the first quarter, and Burnett, they'll say before the foul was before the shot, so no free throws coming, only the fourth team foul. First on Lehman. Checking into the game for Torrington is number 42, Ross Hunter. Bauer gets the inbounds pass. Over to Castro in the corner for Petch. He's open for three. Off the rim, no good. Kyle Smith gets the follow, no good, and Caskey pulls down the rebound. Pass to Tomlin to Nathan Ruff as he drives down the lane. He took an extra step before he put the ball down. A little anxious there that time. Nathan Ruff gets the traveling violation, and the Bearcats still trail by 2 points. Here's Castro working up just shy of midcourt, gets the pass off to Hunter. Pass inside on the baseline is tipped, but Petch comes down with it, drives down the lane, puts it up and in. Petch scores for Torrington. Bearcats trail at 13-9. Here's Tomlin. The Bearcats come back quickly. He finds Lehman in the lane. Shot hits the front of the rim, bounces up and over. Mike Lehman, his first 2 points of the ball game for the Bearcats. They trail at 13-11. Once again, that trap set up at half court. Castro dribbles across midcourt now. And as he comes to the far sideline, he'll be caught. We'll have a blocking foul here called on Caskey for the Bearcats. First foul on Caskey, and that will be the fifth team foul already on Douglas. That aggressive defense picking up quite a few fouls here early. Hardy will check back in for Douglas, and Welch will sit down for the Bearcats. Welch, 5 points for Douglas. He's their leading scorer. Going to the line, it's Castro. He'll shoot 1-1 for the Blazers. First one around the rim, no good. Tomlin loses the rebound. Petch comes down with it, fakes the three, gets it off to Castro. Back to Petch in the corner. Cross-court pass. They get it to Bowers inside for Smith. His shot no good off the front of the rim, and Tomlin pulls down the rebound. He brings it up to midcourt. Now his pass is stolen away by Castro. Gets it off on the near side with 2 seconds left. That's Bauer. A minute 10 left. His shot won't go. Bearcats come down with it. Here's Caskey setting things up for the Bearcats. Gets it off to Hardy, 3-point range. On the baseline for Lehman. Shot won't go. Caskey underneath. His shot won't go either. And the big man Smith pulls down the rebound. I think he might have gotten a piece of that shot by Caskey underneath. Shot was way short. Cross-court pass goes to Bauer. Near side in the corner to Petch. Looking inside, going to Hunter. Pass is tipped, and we have a jump ball. Tomlin and Hunter go up for it, and the arrow pointing the Douglas way, so they'll get the ball inbounds on the jump ball. Welch back in for Douglas, and also checking in for the first time, David LaPlante comes in for the Bearcats. Lehman sits down, and let's see, Lehman out for the Bearcats, and also looks like. We've got Caskey. Well, we'll set the lineups here in a second. Free throw line jumper from Nathan Rolfe won't go. Lamb is back in for the Blazers. He pulls down the rebound, brings it across midcourt, gets it off to Bauer, drives on the far side. His pass tipped. Barnett gets it in the lane. Blocked from behind by LaPlante. And the Bearcats come back the other way. And a traveling violation as a bunch of players tangle up at midcourt, and Hardy called for the traveling violation. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Torrington leads it 13-10. Bearcats playing some aggressive defense here. It's gotten them several fouls, however, but it has long jumper from about 28 feet by Castro is no good. Rebound is tipped out of bounds by Welch, I believe. They'll say it's out on. Leaves Torrington with 3 seconds to get a shot off here into Bauer. Looping shot won't go from the baseline. It's no good. And our score at the end of one quarter, the Torrington Trailblazers lead the Bearcats 13-11, and we'll take this 30-second timeout.
Boland's Food Market, 130th South 4th Street, is your complete grocery store with quality meats, produce, and reasonable prices. Boland's Food Market.
Doubleheader, the Bearcats and Blazers put up quite a few shots there in the first quarter. Each team shot 5 of 16 from the field, and both teams putting it up from three-point range. Douglas 1 of 4 from three-point range, and the Blazers 1 for 6 from three-point range. Torrington will get the ball first as we start out the second quarter. Bearcats have Lehman, Tomlin, Welch, Hardy, and Rolfe in there to start out the second quarter. Here's Castro, gets past Hardy, back pass to Bauer. They swing it around. Here's Burnett at the free throw line. Petch on the near side to Bauer, looking inside for Smith, gets past Tomlin, puts the shot up and in. Kyle Smith with 4 for Torrington, and the Blazers lead it by 4 points. Hardy back the other way. Rolfe on the near baseline, inside for Lehman. Jumper over Smith is up and good on the baseline. Mike Lehman really got up there that time to get over the 6'5" Kyle Smith. And the lead back down to 2 points for Torrington. Bauer brings it across midcourt, drives in the lane, goes all the way, lays it up a little too hard. Smith with the rebound, and he follows it. Bank shot up and good. Kyle Smith. Hardy back quickly the other way, gets it off on the near side for Welch. Cross court for Lehman, or for Rolfe, Jumper a little bit too hard. Rebound tipped, and Tomlin comes out with it to Rolfe. Gets it off to Welch on the near side. Baseline jumper up and good. Todd Welch with 7 for the Bearcats, and it's back to a 2-point game once again. Bauer brings it across midcourt for Torrington to Castro. There's Bauer on the far side. His pass tipped, stolen away by Hardy. Hardy running, has a man open, but he'll take it himself. John Hardy puts up the right-handed shot from the left side, and we're tied up at 17. Bauer gets the pass to Burnett here on the near sideline. Looking inside, no one there, and 2 Bearcats go after it. Hardy tries to save it after he and Tomlin fight for the pass. They were looking for Smith. Smith was over on the other side of the lane, though, and Hardy can't save it. It goes out of bounds. Torrington plays it in, comes into Bauer, thinks about the 3, then he'll pull things back out, working against Nathan Rolfe, near side for Petch. There's Burnett, 12-footer, bounces around, won't go. Lehman pulls down the rebound for the Bearcats. Down court for Rolfe, drives in, knocks down a couple of players, misses the shot, follows it, misses again, and Smith reaches over everyone for the rebound. That's the other way. Bauer going up for the shot, and it's blocked, rejected by Tomlin, and gets a big rising ovation from the crowd on that one. Tomlin came out of nowhere to reject the shot by Bauer. Castro up top, near side to Lance Petch. Back up top for Castro, far side Bauer. 17-footer on the way, it's up and good. Bauer hits his first, he's 1 of 6 from the field. Torrington back up by 2, long court pass. Rolfe comes up with it underneath, misses the shot. There's Welch, who follows up. No one blocked him out. He was wide open, and Todd Welch gets the follow-up. Bearcats tie it back up again. 19-19, 5:23 left in the second quarter. Pass comes to Burnett on the near side, looking inside for Smith. Stolen away by Tomlin to Rolfe. Long down court pass, short for Hardy. Here comes Torrington to the other way, 3-on-1, and they'll hold things up now. Petch inside for Smith. He's triple teamed, and he's fouled. If this is against Tomlin, it will be his 3rd. Just as Tomlin is really starting to pick it up on defense. Let's see who they call the foul on. There were 3 Bearcats, and they do call it on Tomlin, so the 3rd foul on Tomlin. That hurts the Bearcats. Kasky checks back into the lineup for Douglas, as Tomlin will sit down with those 3 personals. And Kyle Smith going to the line for the first time. Smith with 6 points. First one won't go, so he'll get one more. And an awfully intimidating-looking guy out there, 6'5", and I'd venture to guess about 240 pounds, and awfully athletic. This one bounces around twice and finally drops back out. Lehman gets the rebound. Bearcats back the other way. Welch open near side. 3-pointer on the way, and it's good. Todd Welch, his second 3-pointer of the game. He has 12 points for the Bearcats, and they lead at 22-19. Castro brings it across midcourt as the Bearcats pull back on the defense this time. Petch near corner inside for Smith. Blocked by Hardy. He tips it down into the forecourt, and Caskey can't save it. John Hardy blocks the 6'5" Kyle Smith. Unbelievable. John Hardy gets way up there for that one and made a good play by knocking the ball way into the Douglas forecourt, although Caskey couldn't chase it down. Nice job by Hardy, blocking the shot by a man nearly half a foot taller than him. Here's Bauer, gets across midcourt, gets it off to Hunter, who's back in. To Smith on the high post. Petch on the far baseline. Three-pointer on the way off the front of the rim. No good. Welch tries to get the rebound. He's knocked loose. Hunter can't save it, and it goes out of bounds. Bearcats will get the ball, leading by 3 points. 4:18 left in the first half as Hardy brings it across. It's Lehman, Welch, Caskey, Rolfe, and Hardy. Lehman turnaround jumper partially blocked, it looks like. Long rebound comes out to Hardy. He'll get it to Caskey on the far side. Back to Hardy. To Welch. 3-point range on the far side. In low for Rolfe. Turnaround against Kyle Smith is no good. It's blocked, and they'll call Smith for hitting Rolfe on the wrist. Nice job by Rolfe of posting up the bigger Kyle Smith. If that's the second one on Smith, Bearcats wouldn't mind seeing him get in some foul trouble. Second one on Smith, only the third team foul. But Rolfe will get 2 free throws as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Nathan, only 2 points so far in the game. First one on the way, and it's good. Rolfe will get one more here as Kyle Burnett checks back into the game. Kyle Smith will sit down with those 2 fouls. Rolfe sets for one more. Bearcats look to get the lead to 5 points. Free throw no good. And on the rebound, a jump ball called. Lehman gets the quick jump and gets in front of Hunter, and they tie it up. Change of possession will give the ball to the Bearcats. Caskey plays it in to Welch on the near side. In for Nathan Rolfe. Goes up against Petch. Has it tipped. Shot won't go. There's Lehman underneath. He can't get the ball to drop. Torrington comes out with it. That's Hunter with the rebound. Coming back the other way. Petch up top. Over to Castro. Petch on the near side. Man open inside. That's Hunter. Shot won't go. And Welch pulls down the rebound. Bearcats back the other way. Dish off inside for Hardy, cutting in from the left. Shot won't go, and we've got a foul on the rebound. That's where it really would have helped Hardy to have that left-handed shot coming in from the left side. He'd have had a better shot at it. Foul was called on Chris Caskey for the Bearcats. I have him down for 2 fouls. And going to the free throw line for the 1-and-1 opportunity will be Lance Petch for the Torrington Trailblazers. Bearcats lead at 23-19, 3:28 left in the quarter. Petch with 5 points, his first trip to the line for Torrington. Free throw on the way, and it's good. So he'll get one more. Lance Petch set for his second. It's on the way, and it's up, and it's good. Torrington will give a little token pressure by Petch. They get the ball off to Rolfe, who brings it across midcourt for Hardy, near side. Welch open from 3. He hits it again. Todd Welch's third three-pointer, and the Bearcats up 26-21. 5-point lead, the biggest for either team, I believe, as Castro comes across midcourt. Stupid foul by John Hardy as he reaches in from behind. He'll get the call. Even if you don't touch the man, that's almost an automatic call. And Hardy picks up his second foul for Douglas. Sends Castro to the line. He's 0 for 1 from the free throw line so far in the game. Tom Castro. 3:10 left in the quarter. Bearcats lead at 26-21. Free throw short. Rebound tipped by Rolfe out to Tomlin, who's back in the game. Excuse me, that's Caskey. Here's Rolfe, who gets the pass. No good. Lehman wide open underneath for the follow, and he misses it and can't chase down his own rebound. Missed an opportunity there as Lehman was wide open. No one within 5 feet of him on the follow-up, and he missed it, just plain missed the easy shot underneath. 3 minutes left as Bauer comes across midcourt for Torrington, gets it off to Castro. Looking for Burnett, turn around on the baseline, won't go. Rebound tipped out to Caskey. Hardy tips it out to Caskey. Caskey drives down, dishes off to Lehman. Nice assist by Chris Caskey. That's Nathan Rolfe who gets the basket. Castro breaking the pressure, gets across midcourt. Now he'll pull things up as Hardy in his face cross court for Petch, open from three. He'll let it go. Air ball taken down by Hardy. Bearcats back the other way. Kasky on the baseline, back for Lehman. Lehman misses the shot and trying to follow up his shot. He goes up over Torrington player's back, gives Lehman the foul. That will be his second, I believe, for the Bearcats. So Tomlin with 3, Lehman and Hardy with 2, and they have Kasky with 1. I think he has 2, though. In any case, the Bearcats starting to get into a little bit of foul trouble here. And going to the line, it will be Ross Hunter for Torrington. 2:25 left as Hunter sets for the 1-and-1 opportunity. Free throw won't go. Petch tips it out of bounds, and they'll say a jump ball. Petch and Lehman both hit it, they say, so a jump ball, and on the change of possession, the Blazers will get the ball this time. Lehman is coming out for the Bearcats. Dave LaPlante back in for Douglas as Torrington plays it in on their own baseline. Petch gets it into Castro on the near side, three-point range. Dribbles back up top now over to Petch on the near corner. Gets past Welch, pass inside. Knocked away from Hunter by Hardy, gets the pass up to Nathan Rolfe, a little bit out of control. Now he'll get it to Kasky. Jumper from the baseline, nothing but net from 16 feet. Kasky gets it, and we have a whistle. Let's see what they call here. Going to the scorer's table, they stopped play after the made basket. And let's see what the call is. And apparently they forgot to flip the arrow at the scoreboard for the change of possession. Play the ball in. It comes in. Bearcats showing pressure once again in the backcourt. Long pass comes down to Bauer. That's the way to beat the pressure. And now Torrington will slow things and set it up after they get across midcourt. Pass goes off on the near side. That's Bauer who puts up the 15-footer. It's up and good. 30-23, Bearcats lead it inside for Rolfe, and they'll call the charging foul this time as Rolfe barreled his way in and knocks Petch down. Nathan Rolfe picks up the foul. That's his second. Okay, that's where I screwed up. I gave Kasky a foul that should have been Rolfe. Nathan Rolfe with 2 now. Excuse me, no, they'll say 1. So 1 for Nathan Rolfe. In any case, Torrington gets the ball back, leading or trailing by 7 points. Bearcats up 30-23. Bauer has the ball stolen away by Kasky. He'll bring it across midcourt after the double team. To Hardy on the near side, three-point range up top for Nathan Rolfe, working against Petch. Bounce pass in for Welch, comes back out to Rolfe, and Rolfe loses it out of bounds. Turnover by the Bearcats. 1:14 left in this first half. Bearcats lead at 30-23. Bearcats leading the top-ranked team in the state as Castro comes across midcourt. Double team put on by Welch and Kasky, and we've got another foul. Another not real smart foul again for the Bearcats. Let's see who they give it to. And they'll give it to Kasky. Second foul, according to the scorebook, down below on Kasky. And Castro goes to the line again. He's 0 for 2 from the line so far. Second one on the way. It bounces around, then it drops. So Castro will get one more. Castro looks to cut the lead to 5 points by the Bearcats. Second one hits the front of the rim, bounces up and over. A quick pass comes in to Hardy. He comes across midcourt behind the back dribble. Now he'll slow things up, gets it off to Rolfe, three-point range. Drives past Petch into the lane. Running one-hander is up and good by Nathan Rolfe, and Rolfe with 7 points. Coming back quickly the other way, here's Bauer. Double teamed in the corner, gets it up to Castro. Have a man open, Lamb on the far sideline. They get it to him. He works his way down, back up to Castro. Now cross court for Bauer on the near side, back up top for Castro. 37 seconds left in the quarter. Castro, I don't know what that was, if it was a pass or what, but it's knocked loose under the lane. They swing it back around. Here's Petch from the top of the key. Three-pointer, no good, and Rolfe pulls down the rebound, and we've got a foul underneath. This should be against Torrington. 27 seconds left in the quarter. They'll call the foul on, who will they call it on? Number 40 for Torrington. Ty Orton, who had just recently checked into the game, 40. Ty Orton picks up the foul. Near side goes to Welch back up top for David LaPlante. Now they'll get it into the hands of Hardy. Now to Caskey. 10 seconds left. His pass is stolen away by Bauer. Driving down against Caskey. Caskey has to let him go, and Bauer gets the basket. 3 seconds left. Three-quarters court bomb by Todd Welch is no good. So the Bearcats lead is cut down a little bit on that turnover and basket on the fast break by Torrington, but the Bearcats leading the top-ranked team in the state. Our score at halftime, it's Douglas 32, Torrington 27. We'll be back for our halftime activities coming up after this 60-second timeout.
Boost your investment income without boasting your tax bill with a Franklin Fund available through Clerk Lumpton and Equitable Finance. Michael Manor, offering 24-hour professional care. Michael Manor is small enough to offer a home-like atmosphere and able to give more special care.
To our left here in this third quarter, Bearcats play it in. Rolfe has it here on the near side. Up top for Welch, over to Lehman working against Smith. Can't get past him, gets it back out to Todd Welch. And up top to Hardy as the Bearcats will set things back up again. Hardy gets a pick, pulls up for the jumper, and it's good. John Hardy hits the basket for the Bearcats. Bearcats will show pressure in the backcourt. It's Lamb with the ball in the backcourt working against Caskey. Torrington doing a good job against that trapping press at half court. As they get it across midcourt, here's Castro to Lamb on the near side. Back up top to Castro. Bearcats 2-3 zone. A little bit of a matchup zone once again for the Bearcats again tonight. Lamb with the ball on the near side. Inside for Burnett, gets past Lehman, and he'll be fouled on the help. Will they call it on Lehman or will they call it on Welch coming over? As Burnett gets inside and draws the foul. And they will call it on Mike Lehman, so that's his third. Tomlin and Lehman each with 3 for the Bearcats. The two top rebounders for Douglas each with 3 now as Burnett goes to the line. First one off the back of the rim, no good. He'll get one more. Bearcats lead it by 7 points just starting out this third quarter. Second one also a little bit too hard. Welch pulls down the rebound. Down court for Hardy, gets it off to Caskey. He'll put it up from 3 on the baseline. It's no good. And Smith pulls down the rebound. Gets it to Castro. His pass is tipped away, comes right back to him. Now Castro drives down to the baseline. Double teamed. He's in some trouble. Long pass goes out to Smith. Covered by Hardy. Near side now to Lamb. Up top for Castro. Pass for Petch. Almost can't get to it. Gets inside now to Burnett. He has the ball stripped away, and coming out with it, there's Todd Welch with the loose ball. Gets it off to Hardy. Bearcats back the other way. A minute and a half gone here in the third quarter. Welch with the ball on the near side. Give and go back to Hardy. Across the lane to Lehman. Banks the shot. It falls and finally drops in. It bounced all over and finally dropped in. Lehman gets the basket, and the Bearcats lead it by 9 points. Here's Petch in the backcourt. Gets it off to Castro. Castro pulls up on the drive and gets it to Lamb across midcourt. There's Petch at the top of the key. To Smith, they leave him open. He pulls up for a little 8-footer on the near side here. And Kyle Smith gets the basket for Torrington. Bearcats back quickly. Hardy driving down near side, pulls up for the jumper. It's short, and Smith gets the rebound. To Castro. Castro, long down court pass intended for Burnett. He had him open, but he overthrows it, and it goes out of bounds. Coming into the game for Torrington is number 40. That's Orton. Ty Orton back into the ball game as he'll replace Burnett. Inbounds pass comes to Hardy. He'll bring it up court for the Bearcats. Douglas leading at 36-29. Could be a big win for the Bearcats tonight. Looking inside for Nathan Rolfe, who was cutting, but the pass was a little bit ahead of him. Goes out of bounds. Rolfe was covered fairly well by Petch anyhow. So turnover by the Bearcats. Coming across midcourt, that's Orton. Gets it to Lamb on the near side. Cross court for Petch, 3-point range. Up top for Bauer. That's Bauer back in the game. Now to Orton in the corner, up top for Bauer. Free throw line, cuts in, gets past Welch. Shot won't go, and Ralph pulls down the rebound. Down to Kasky working against Petch, drives in, lows it up, and it drops. Petch tried to draw the charge, and the ref didn't buy it, and Hardy lays it up on the fast break. Long down court pass by Nathan Ralph, gets it to Hardy, excuse me. Pass now comes to Orton up top for Petch, near side for Lamb on the baseline. 15-footer and nothing but net for Jeff Lamb. He's got 4 for Torrington as the Bearcats come back the other way, still leading by 7 at 38-31. Hardy brings it to the near side to Kasky, 3-point range. To Ralph, shot over Petch, hits the front of the rim, no good. Ball loose underneath. Lehman comes down with it. His shot won't go, and Smith pulls it down for Torrington. He gets it off to Petch, who will get it back to Bauer, and he'll bring it across midcourt. Working against Hardy, to Petch here on the near side. They have Smith open. Lehman comes over late, tips it, saves it on the baseline, gets it to Todd Welch. Nice job by Mike Lehman there. The quick hands, and did a good job of saving it on the baseline. And the Bearcats get the steal. Here's Hardy on the near side, 3-point range. Looking inside for Ralph. Posts up on Petch. Turnaround jumper off the front of the rim, no good. And as we have a rebound, what do we have? They stop play here so someone can run across midcourt. Okay. It was Torrington will play the ball inbounds now as that's Bauer who comes across midcourt, and another foul outside, another stupid foul, looks like Chris Kasky. So one thing the Bearcats still need to work on is they're awfully undisciplined as far as making stupid fouls like that. And Kasky will pick it up. That's his 3rd. So Kasky, Tomlin, and Lehman all with 3 fouls each for the Bearcats. Ball comes in to Bauer on the near side. Bearcats with 2 team fouls here in the half. Here's Lamb, drives down, shot over Nathan Ralph on the baseline is up and good as Lamb hits his 2nd in a row. Bearcat lead down to 5 points as Hardy brings it across midcourt for the Bearcats. To Welch on the baseline. Cross court for Ralph, drives into the lane, has the ball flipped as he goes up for it. Petch comes out with it, and they'll call a traveling violation. It looks like he might have gotten hit by Chris Kasky, but they called a traveling rather than the foul. The Torrington fans certainly don't like the call. Kasky will play it in for Douglas. Comes out to Welch. The pass is tipped. And Welch didn't know it was tipped. He thought it was going to be a backcourt violation, so he kind of stutter-stepped on that, and there was no whistle until Welch traveled on it. Welch didn't realize it wasn't going to be a turnover if he touched it. So the traveling violation, and the Blazers get the ball inside for Smith. Turnaround over Ralph won't go. There's Lamb for the follow, and he's got 6 points all of a sudden for the Torrington Trailblazers. Hardy brings it back across midcourt quickly for the Bearcats. 3:10 left in the quarter. Lead down to 3 points for Douglas. Hardy gets it to Ralph at the free throw line. To Welch wide open on the far side. 3-pointer is good again. Todd Welch, his 4th 3-pointer in the game. Bearcat lead back up to 6 points. Pass in the backcourt is tipped away by Kasky. Goes out of bounds. Torrington will try it again. Petch will play it in. Bearcats lead at 41-35. Pass comes in to Lamb. Cross court for Bauer, and he gets across midcourt. Back to Lamb on the far side. Swinging around to Petch on the near side. Looking inside for Smith. Gets past Nathan Ralph. Shot won't go, and we've got a foul. I believe this will be on Welch trying to help out as Ralph went for the pass as it came into Smith, and Welch coming over to help out late. Welch picks up the foul on the big man, Kyle Smith. Smith with 8 points so far in the game. He's 0 for 2 from the line. He'll get 2 here. First one is up, and it's good. One more for the big junior, Kyle Smith. It's on the way, and it's also good. Kyle Smith in double figures for Torrington. As Torrington has switched into a man-on-man defense here in this second half. They're trailing. Welch gets the pass inside to Caskey, who drives in the lane. I'm not sure what he was trying, but the pass is tipped away in the lane. Bearcats will keep control of it. Caskey will play it inbounds. Bearcats lead at 41-37. Here's Hardy, gets the quick pass. Three-pointer on the way. No, they'll say a two-pointer. 1 foot on the line. Long jumper on the near baseline by Hardy. Puts the lead back up to 6 for Douglas. Bauer in the backcourt. Breaks the pressure. Drives down in the lane. Gets the pass off, but as he passes, he's fouled. Got it off to Kyle Smith, who drove in, but the foul before the shot. And let's see who they get for Douglas this time. Looks like Welch again. And that will be his third for the Bearcats. And the fourth team foul for Douglas. Welch, Caskey, Tomlin, and Lehman each with 3 fouls for Douglas now. As Torrington will play it in on their own baseline. Pass comes in to Orton underneath, and he slips in and gets the basket for Torrington. Hardy brings it back the other way for Douglas, coming up quickly to Welch. Cuts down the baseline, pulls up for the jumper. Shot won't go. I guess he was too close on that one as Torrington comes back the other way. It's Lamb, cross-court pass, intended for a patch, stolen away. Hardy drives down all alone, lays it up and in. John Hardy, the steal and the basket for the Bearcats. He's got 8 points in the quarter, 12 points for the game. As Torrington breaks the press easily this time, now they'll slow things up and get the ball off to Bauer up top on the near side. To Petch, three-point range, fakes the three-pointer, gets past roll. Shot is up, no good, and underneath we've got a foul. Coming down with it looks like Smith, but we've got a foul on the rebound, and I believe it's going to be on Smith. Smith not happy about it, and the third foul on Kyle Smith. Just the first team foul on Torrington in the half. Bearcats lead at 45-39 back in the game. For Torrington, it's 42 Ross Hunter. He'll replace the big man Smith. Smith not happy about that call at all. Called for pushing off on the rebound. A minute 25 left in the quarter. Hardy comes across mid-court for the Bearcats. Pass to Lehman at the free throw line. Drives down, puts the bank shot off, way off the mark. And it's Hunter who pulls down the rebound, gets it off to Petch for Torrington. He brings it across mid-court to Lamb on the far side, up top to Bauer. Free throw line to Hunter, gets the shot up, no good. Rolf on the pressure, and the Bearcats come out with it. Welch gets the rebound off to Hardy. Hardy drives in the lane, lays it up, no good. But they'll call the blocking foul underneath, and the Torrington fans unhappy again. That was awfully close to charging on on John Hardy that time. But give the foul underneath. Trying to draw the charge was Bauer. He doesn't do it. Hardy missed the layup, but draws the foul as Dave LaPlante comes back in for Douglas. He'll replace Lehman, who sits down with 3 fouls and 6 points for the Bearcats. Jeff Philo now in for the first time for Douglas. He'll replace Chris Caskey. And Castro going to return for Torrington as Petch will sit down. And now that we have all of those out of the way, as we come back, where were we now? I think we had John Hardy at the free throw line shooting 2 shots. First one won't go. Only the second Bearcat to go to the line so far in the game. Second one on the way by Hardy. It's also no good. Fighting for the rebound underneath. It's Welch. He can't control it, though, as he's surrounded by Blazers, and Torrington comes out with it. Castro comes across midcourt. Gets it to Lamb on the nearer side. Back up top to Castro. Lamb pulls up for the 16-footer. It's too hard underneath. Orton won't go, and finally followed by Hunter. So Torrington gets 3 shots that time before it finally goes down. Far side to Philo. Baseline three-pointer on the way. It's good. And they say no basket. A foul underneath. Looks like Nathan Roth, who's going to pick it up for the Bearcats, as he was battling underneath, I believe, with Jeff Lamb down there. And they'll call the foul away from the ball on Nathan Roth. That will be his second. He didn't certainly didn't object to the call or anything. As soon as the whistle blew, Rolf headed down the other way. He knew what was coming, and unfortunately for the Bearcats, it negates a 3-point basket by Jeff Philo and sends Lamb to the free throw line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. Free throw on the way, and it's good. Lamb will get one more. 25 seconds left in the quarter as the lead down to 3 points. Lamb will look to cut it to 2 points. On the way, rims around, no good. Rebound and follow-up by Hunter, but they'll call Hunter for the foul as he was over the back. Looks like he was reaching over Todd Welch. So give Hunter the personal. That's his first and only the third team foul on Torrington. So the Bearcats have 24 seconds to work for one shot. They lead at 45-42 as Hardy comes across midcourt. Hardy far side to Philo. Looking for the lob pass in for Rolfe. Puts it up and in against two Blazers. Rolfe gets it. 8 seconds left as Torrington tries to get back the other way. Here's Hunter just across midcourt. Gets it to Orton. Turnaround shot off the front of the rim. No good. Follow. No good by Bauer. And that's the end of the quarter. Our score after 3, the Bearcats hang on to that 5-point lead. They led by 5 at the half, and they continue to lead by 5, 47-42. And we need to tell you about some Bearcat boosters. Quarters here tonight in our second game of a doubleheader. The Bearcats lead at 47-42 over Torrington. As we come back, Torrington will get the ball first. Bearcats will come out with Nathan Rolfe, Mike Lehman, Tom Tomlin back in the game. Also Todd Welch and John Hardy start out the fourth quarter for the Bearcats. It's Castro, Petch, Bauer, Kyle Smith, and Orton in the game for Torrington. Torrington gets the ball first. Here's Petch. Pass in the lane to Kyle Smith. Shot won't go, but there's Orton with the follow for the Blazers. Cuts the lead down to 3 points as Hardy will come back the other way for the Bearcats. Near side for Tomlin. To Rolfe. 15-footer on the way off the front of the rim. There's Tomlin underneath. His shot is blocked. And Torrington back the other way. Castro all alone. And Tom Castro hits the basket. And coming up late, I believe that was Hardy who hits the rim on the shot, and that's going to be a technical foul. Oh, my goodness. Technical foul is called as Hardy, after the shot went up and hit the backboard. I don't know if he hits the rim or not, but in any case, it's a technical foul on Hardy for jumping up there and hitting the apparatus. And Lance Petch is going to go to the line for, I believe, 2 free throws. Petch at the line all by himself. Shot is up and good, and he'll get one more. And we're tied up just like that. The Bearcats have let that 5-point lead slip away. Petch the second one on the way. And it's no good. Off short that time. So we're tied at 47. 7:27 left in the quarter, and Torrington also will get the ball inbounds now. So, boy, that technical really hurt the Bearcats that time. Castro with the ball. Looping pass goes to Bauer on the near side. Back up top to Castro. Drives in the lane. His pass knocked away, but Torrington comes back out with it. Here's Bauer. Gets it back up top to Castro. Rolfe hounding him on the defense. Gets it to Bauer here on the near side. Back to Castro. Far side for Petch. 3-point range. Cross court for Bauer. Cuts in the lane. Looping shot won't go. Rebound taken away by Orton. His shot won't go. Smith has it ripped away from him. Douglas comes the other way as Lehman gets the loose ball. Rolfe dishes off for Hardy. His shot won't go. Welch gets the follow. Shot won't go by Welch. Bearcat or Torrington running back the other way now. Here's Castro up top to Bauer, and we'll slow things down a little bit now. Castro cross court for Petch. Back up top for Bauer, and he'll be bumped by Hardy. Not a smart foul by John Hardy. And I believe Hardy will now have 3 fouls. So Bearcats, all kinds of players with 3 personals. No one's picked up that 4th yet. Bearcats in the penalty, so going to the line it will be Bauer for the Blazers. Bauer's first trip to the line for the Blazers. Free throw on the way, it's good. And Torrington takes the lead for the first time since early in the second quarter. 48-47 as Bauer sets for one more. Sets for the second, it's on the way, and it's good. Torrington leads at 49-47 as Rolfe will bring it across midcourt for Douglas. Near side for Welch. There is Hardy cutting across the baseline, shot too hard. Tomlin going for the rebound, and he can't save it. Torrington will play it in. Bearcats showing that, setting up that trap. Castro drives across midcourt, gets it off to Bauer. Free throw line, now dishes off to Petch. Back to Bauer, to Smith. Turnaround from 12, won't go. Welch pulls down the rebound. He's running, gets it off to Lehman. Wasn't quite ready for it, but he gets past Petch. Reverse layup is up and good. Mike Lehman gets it. Nice job by Lehman, and we're tied at 49. 5:50 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Petch is tipped, going away. Roth comes off with the ball, off to Welch. He'll pull up for a 10-footer. It won't go. Lehman underneath goes up, and we've got a foul as he goes up. Nice job by Lehman as he follows the shot. Bearcats had a 3-on-1 break that time, and Welch ended up pulling up for a tough jumper on the baseline. Fortunately, it was Lehman who pulled down the rebound. And Torrington wants a timeout. We've got a good one here at Torrington High School tonight. Bearcats and Torrington tied at 49, and we'll take this 30-second timeout. 48 left. Bearcats will play it in on their own baseline. Long pass, or a pass comes in the near side on the baseline for Lehman. Looking inside for Rolfe, gets the shot up. It's no good. Blocked, and goes Tom Tomlin with the follow for the Bearcats. Puts it up and in, and the Bearcats back in the lead, 51-49. Long pass goes down to Hunter. Back out to Castro. To Petch at the top of the key. Bauer near. Back up top to Petch. Top of the key. Three-pointer on the way. It's nothing but net. Lance Petch hits it for the Blazers, and they go up by 1 point. Hardy back the other way, coming across midcourt for Douglas. To Welch on the far side. He'll put it up from three. It's short. Follows his own shot across the lane for Lehman. Shot won't go, and tipped and comes out to Kyle Smith for the Torrington Trailblazers. Castro sets up the offense. To Bauer, back to Castro. Loops the pass to Petch. Fakes the three, drives in from the baseline, puts the shot up and in. Lance Petch with 5 quick points for Torrington, and now it's the Bearcats who want the timeout as they trail at 54-51, 4:37 left. We'll be back for more action after this 30-second timeout. Out here are Bearcat fans and quite a few Torrington fans as well. It's getting pretty raucous in here tonight as the Bearcats, trailing 54-51, will play it in their own backcourt. Lob pass comes into Hardy with pressure from Bauer, and he'll bring it across midcourt. Hardy to Welch on the far side, up top to Nathan Rolfe. Sets for the three-pointer. It's around the rim, no good. Tipped by Tomlin, no good. Lehman comes down with the rebound, and he's fouled. I believe that's Orton who will be called for the personal. First foul on Ty Orton, and finally in the bonus, the Bearcats are. Lehman will go to the line. They'll say the foul was before the shot, so Lehman will shoot the 1-and-1 opportunity. Lehman's first trip to the foul line tonight. Bearcats have only shot 4 free throws in the game. And it won't go. Rebound pulled down by Ty Orton. Torrington has the lead and the ball. Castro with the ball up top. Looking inside, gets it now to Petch on the near side. Gets past Welch, cross court for Bauer. Fakes once, gets past Nathan Rolfe and puts the shot up and in. Mike Bauer with the basket, and the lead out to 5 points for Torrington, 56-51. Hardy back the other way for Douglas. To Rolfe, back out to Hardy. Three-pointer on the way. It's short, and Smith pulls down the rebound. Bearcats have gone a little bit cold here in this fourth quarter. Pass inside for Orton. Shot is good, and he's fouled as Welch comes over late. Ty Orton gets the basket, and he'll look to complete a three-point play. Things unraveling a little bit for the Bearcats right now. Welch picks up his 4th personal. Lead is up to 7 points, and Ty Orton will look to make it 8 points for Torrington. Bearcats have only scored 4 points in 4 minutes and 22 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Free throw no good by Orton. Long rebound comes out to Kyle Smith as Tomlin tipped it, and Smith came up with it. Tomlin gets the steal there. Tomlin runs down and hits himself in the head as he fires a bullet pass way over Hardy's head down on the baseline. And one of those he wishes he had back, and Coach Yeaman is up there telling everyone to calm down a little bit here for the Bearcats. 3:25 left as Castro gets across midcourt. Now the double team, Kasky and Hardy, and we have a foul called. No, a timeout called by Torrington. 3:18 left in the quarter. Bearcats have let that lead slip away. They trail at 58-51. And we have another opportunity here to tell you about some Bearcat boosts. The ball inbounds. It's Bauer with the ball, gets it up to Castro, works his way out of a double team, drives to the near side, over to Orton, back up top to Castro, cross court for Petch, open three-point range. It's good. Lance Petch hits the three-pointer for the Blazers, and a 10-point lead now. Tomlin gets the pass on the baseline. His shot won't go. Ralph follows. Shot won't go, but he's fouled. Tomlin with, Nathan Rolfe with the offensive rebound. Bearcats have gone stone cold here in this fourth quarter. Now 2 out of 15 from the field in the fourth quarter as Rolfe will go to the line. The foul called on Lance Petch, his second. And Nathan Rolfe goes to the line where he is 1 of 2 so far in the game. First one is short. Boy, Nathan's really struggled both free throws and from the field tonight. His shots are coming up short. Second one by Rolfe. This one a little too hard. Petch tips the rebound and chases it down. 2:40 left in the game. Torrington has come back to take a 10-point lead. Bauer gets it to Castro, drives to the free throw line, back out to Bauer. To Castro, over to Bauer. Bearcats need to force something right here. Petch on the near sideline, cross court for Castro. Back to Bauer inside. They give it to Smith, back to Petch. Three-pointer on the way, and Rolfe pulls down the rebound as it's no good. Back the other way, Rolfe gets it off to Kasky, looking inside for Tomlin, and it's tipped away. Smith gets there at the last second, tips it away, and the Bearcats will keep it, but we're down to 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Bearcats trail by 10 points. Hardy will play it in. Long pass comes out to Kasky. Back to Hardy. Turnaround over Bauer is up and good. John Hardy gets the basket for the Bearcats. 2 minutes left. Torrington looking at pressure in the backcourt. Here's Bauer with the ball, back to Castro. Back over to Bauer, working against Rolfe, and he'll be fouled in the backcourt. Rolfe comes up and gets the personal. That will send Bauer to the line and gives Nathan his third foul for the Bearcats. 1:50 left in the game. Lead 8 points for Torrington at 61-53. Bearcats led by as many as 9 points in the third quarter, but have gone ice cold here in the fourth quarter. Bauer goes to the line. First one on the way and good. He's now 3 of 3 from the line. Mike Bauer gets one more, looking to stretch the lead back to 10 for the Blazers. It's on the way. It bounces around. It won't go. Pulling down the rebound is Lehman. He gets it off to Rolfe. Near side to Kasky. Up court back to Rolfe. Three-pointer on the way. Bounces around. No good. Tomlin with the rebound. Follows it good, and he's fouled. Nice job by Tomlin. Gets the follow and the basket. 4 points for Tomlin now, all in this fourth quarter. Personal foul goes against Orton, I believe. Third for Ty Orton, and Tomlin goes to the line looking to complete the three-point play. Free throw too hard. Smith pulls down the rebound. His pass is tipped, but Petch gets it. To Bauer, up court to Castro. Castro drives down near the baseline on the far side, covered by Tomlin, gets it up top to Bauer. Bauer drives across the top of the court, now back to Castro. Over to Bauer here on the near side, to Petch, three-point range. And he's fouled by Hardy as Hardy comes over. Bearcats pretty much at the point now where they pretty much have to foul if they can't get a steal within about 15 or 20 seconds. The clock down to 1:14 left. Fourth foul on John Hardy. Hardy and Welchich with 4. Bearcats trail it by 7 as Petch goes to the line. He's 3 of 4 from the line. And before we have the free throws, we're going to have a timeout here. 1:14 left in the game. Bearcats trail it by a score of 62-55. Let's go ahead and tell you about some more action. Lance Petch sets for his first free throw, shooting the 1-and-1 opportunity. It's on the way. It bounces around. It won't go. Rebound tipped by Tomlin. He tries to save it, and he does. Lehman gets the loose ball off to Nathan Rolfe. Pulls up for the long jumper. No good. Tipped around. Kyle Smith comes out with the rebound. Driving down, has it knocked away from behind. Caskey with the ball. 56 seconds left as Caskey brings it back across to Hardy. To Lehman at the free throw line. Shot is short. Hardy with the follow. Up and it won't go. And Smith pulls down another rebound. Long pass down to Castro. Gets it to Orton in the lane, and he's fouled by Lehman as he goes up. Nothing else he could really do there. 41 seconds left as Orton will go to the line for two shots. That foul on Lehman is his fourth. But only 41 seconds left. Bearcats still trail it by 7 points. Send Orton to the line for two shots. First one, nothing but net. Ty Orton, 7 points all in the second half for the Blazers. And the Bearcats now want a timeout. They trail it 63-55 with Orton coming in with one more free throw when we come back to action. Bearcats, boy, they were looking good there for the second and third quarters. Had as much as a 9-point lead in that third quarter, led 47-42 at the end of three quarters, but have been outscored by a score of 21-8 in this fourth quarter. Bearcats just can't buy a basket here in this fourth quarter. They've made only 3 shots and hit attempted 22 shots unofficially, 3 of 22 from the field. They just can't get anything to go down in this fourth quarter. And 41 seconds left as we get set to come back to action. It will be Orton at the line. He's got one more free throw coming. Bearcats have Tomlin, Lehman, Rolfe, Welch, and John Hardy in the lineup. A golden opportunity. Looks like it might be slipping through the hands of the Bearcats. Orton's second free throw won't go. Tomlin pulls down the rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Gets the pass off to Welch. Working for the three-pointer. He's no good. There's Hardy with another follow, and Hardy gets this one to drop. And we've got a timeout called. Bearcats, I believe this is their final timeout. If it's not, they're sure getting a lot of timeouts. And we'll go ahead and take this 30-second timeout. Finish up this second half of the doubleheader. 28 seconds left in the game. The Bearcats trail at 63-57. That follow-up shot by Hardy cuts the lead to 6 points, and now Torrington will play it in their own back court. Long down-court pass. That's Fowler wide open, and he'll hold things up now, gets it off to Castro, and there comes Hardy, and that will be 5 on John Hardy. John Hardy is done for the night. Nothing else he could do. 22 seconds left as Castro will go to the line. Castro is 2 of 4 from the line. As we see who will check in to replace Hardy. Looks like Chris Caskey coming back in for the Bearcats. As Hardy fouls out of the game, John finishes the night with 16 points for John Hardy. Nice effort by Hardy for the Bearcats tonight. At the line is Castro shooting the 1-and-1. First one is on the way, and it's good. He'll get one more. Second one is up, and it's good. Castro hits them both. Inbounds pass comes to Chris Caskey. Driving down court, gets it off to Welch. With Castro on him, he'll put up the three-pointer, and Petch gets the rebound as the shot won't go. Long down court pass goes to Castro. 8 seconds left now, 5 seconds. Bauer has the ball up top. Over to Petch in the corner. Bearcats not fouling, and they won't foul. They'll let the clock run out. And the Bearcats miss out on a golden opportunity tonight as they fall to the top-ranked team in the state. It certainly wasn't easy for Torrington. The Bearcats can certainly be happy with their effort tonight, but they just went ice cold in that fourth quarter and they lose it by a score of 65-57. The Bearcats falling to now 5-3 overall, and Torrington remains undefeated at 8-0 on the season. Once again, our score here tonight, the Blazers win it over Douglas 65-57, and we'll take this 60-second timeout for you. Torrington High School, so the two teams split our doubleheader tonight. The Lady Bearcats win the early game 75-41, but the Torrington boys come from behind and defeat the Douglas boys tonight by a score of 65-57. Fast-paced first quarter saw both teams up and down the court, neither team shooting well from the field in that first quarter. Both teams hit 5 of 16 from the field, in fact, in that first quarter, and after one, Torrington had a slim 13-11 lead. The Bearcats started to apply the pressure, started getting some turnovers by the Blazers in that second quarter, and the Douglas outscored Torrington 21-14 in the second quarter and took a 32-27 lead at halftime. The Bearcats clung to that 5-point lead after 3 quarters as both teams picked up the shooting percentages, hitting about 50% each in that third quarter, and Douglas led it after 3 quarters, 47-42. But as I said, the Bearcats just couldn't buy a shot the entire fourth quarter. They are outscored in the final quarter 23-10 as Torrington comes from behind. Bearcats had as much as a 9-point lead in the third quarter, but Torrington turns it around and they win it 65-57 tonight at Torrington High School. I didn't get a chance to talk with Coach Yeaman before the game here, so I'm not sure if he'll be up for our post-game interview or not. But we will have a look at some final statistics for you, and I need a little bit of time to add them all up. So we're going to take a nice long, about 2-minute break here. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. Thank you very much. As I work on these final statistics here, just about have them done. I think the obvious thing that's going to come out is the Bearcats really struggled from the field tonight, particularly in that fourth quarter. And as soon as I get these final totals added up here, we'll take a look at those. I'm going to take a quick look here at how they did in the fourth quarter from the field. Get those totals here. 10. Okay, I have Douglas for 4 of 24 from the field in that fateful fourth quarter. That's what really did it for the Bearcats tonight. They really had a game effort here tonight. The Bearcats really put up a good effort against the top-ranked team in the state. Torrington definitely showing why they were undefeated coming into this game, as they were strong right down to the end. The Bearcats looks like they had the better of them a couple of times there in that third quarter, and Torrington comes back strong. They never give up, and the Bearcats lose it 65-57. In our final statistics, leading scorer for the Bearcats tonight is Todd Welch, who had 18 points. Welch hit 4 3-point baskets for the Bearcats. He was 4 of 10 from 3-point range, and overall from the field, 7 of 16 from the field. 18 points for Todd Welch for the Bearcats. John Hardy, a good game offensively from John tonight. Not only did he dish the ball off well, but hit for 16 points. He was 8 of 17 from the field, missed his only 3-point shot, and he was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 16 points for John Hardy for tonight. Finishing with 9 points was Nathan Rolfe. Nathan really struggled tonight. You could tell just looking at him out there. He just didn't have his shot tonight. 4 of 20 from the field for Nathan Rolfe. Missed all 3 of his 3-point attempts, and he was 1 of 4 from the line. 9 points for Nathan Rolfe tonight. Lehman 4 for 14 from the field, and 0 for 1 from the line. Lehman with 8 points for the Bearcats. As, let's see, also scoring for Douglas, Tom Tomlin, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 for 1 from the line, 4 points. Kasky, 1 for 4 from the field for 2 points. LaPlante and Philo played for a little while here in the game. Neither scored for the Bearcats. They were 26 of 76 from the field, just over 25% for Douglas tonight, and 4 of 15 from 3-point range. 1 of 8 from the free throw line. The Bearcats just really struggled from the field tonight. Taking a look at Torrington quickly, The Blazers led by Lance Petch with 16 points. He hit 3 of 9 from three-point range, was 5 of 12 overall. 16 for Petch, 11 points for Bauer, and Kyle Smith had 10 points for the Torrington Trailblazers. Lamb added 9 for Torrington tonight. They were 23 of 55 from the field, 3 of 12 from three-point range, and 17 of 29 from the free throw line. Bearcats didn't get to the free throw line all that much. Do you have my boys thing like this?
What?
Do you have my boys, one of these still?
I gave it back to you.
Okay, anyhow, once again, our final score tonight, I don't think, let me see if I can see Coach Yeaman out there somewhere. We'll give him about a minute or two here and see if Coach Yeaman comes up. Let's take a quick look at what's on the way for the Bearcats here coming up next week for Douglas. They play next Friday night. They'll be at home against the Wheatland Bulldogs, and next Saturday they will travel to Guernsey. So a couple of games next week for the Bearcats as they look to get back onto the winning side of things after losing that lead tonight. Here the Bearcats fall 65-57. Our next Bearcat broadcast on KWIV is coming up next Friday night. We'll be on the road once again. We'll be following the girls as they head down to Wheatland to face the Bulldogs, a surprisingly strong team, and we'll see how the Lady Bearcats fare against them. Once again, our final score tonight, the Torrington boys win in our second half of this doubleheader, 65-57 over Douglas. Earlier tonight, the Lady Bearcats got a big win over the Lady Blazers as they win 75-41. And that's going to do it for us tonight, a long, long evening of basketball. As I hope you enjoyed listening tonight. Listen next Friday night for Lady Bearcat basketball action from Wheatland, and we'll say good night for tonight from Torrington and send things back to the station.
KWIV, all your favorites, all the time.
When I see her walking down the street, like it's so shaky and I feel so weak, I tell my eyes look the other way, but they don't listen to a word I say, and I go to pieces and I wanna cry every time